We're going live, folks. Get your drinks, get your smokes, get your snacks, get what you need. We are going to be going live in just a few minutes. I found our inspiration. The story that started it all. Dr. Philip Parker.
Ooh, nice. So we can have a little share about that. And are we also going to share some promotional tips tonight? Is that the plan?
That is correct. We're going to be sharing a little bit about what you get inside of Rider Hub Online. And how to utilize it. What's some of the best ways to start utilizing it?
And how to promote some of the stuff that you utilize. Oh, and we will very quickly at the beginning of this, we'll touch on the results from what we did last night.
Yes. Looks like we got Michael H. and Hootie Hoo Jerome Johnson.
The J-Dog. Good to see you, Mike. Good to see you, Jerome. Well done on your number one bestseller, Mike. Looking forward to your next one. Jerome, where's your number one bestseller? Action, 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 baby.
What we're looking for. Action.
Mike H is on our Wall of Fame.
That's right. We'll share the Wall of Fame tonight with people and show them.
Yes, you can be on the Wall of Fame too. And we'd love to feature you.
Absolutely. Always. Even if it's your pseudonym. If you don't want your pseudonym,
I love pseudonym.
If you don't want your pseudonym featured, I can blur it out.
Oh, good point. I'll send you some others then soon.
Yep, I can blur out the pseudonym.
Yeah.
However, the book title's still there, but the pseudonym's not, so it makes it a little bit harder for them to figure out who you are.
If you are watching live, do say hello in the chat. We can say hello
or better
back.
yet, if I just put this up there and we don't say who it is, who the pseudonym belongs to, it doesn't matter.
True. We're going to give you a few promotional tips tonight. We're going to show you the way that we kickstart our promotions, and it doesn't cost us a penny.
No.
There are literally dozens of places where there are eager people to grab books, especially when they're available free, so to kickstart something. Anyway, we'll talk about that when we get going. Hi, Tim. Good to see you. We want to pack as much value into these as we can. We want to kind of keep them split into topics so we can chop these down and use them to help other people in the future. But we will cover all those things on this live.
Do.
I
Anyway,
was enjoying that.
I always feel like I'm watching the
Oh,
Cosby
Rick
Show.
Elwood here as well.
Hey,
Good
what's
to
going
see
on,
you
Rick?
all.
Haven't seen you in a while.
Welcome to another Who Writer Hub Online live. And if you're watching on a replay, welcome. You're going to learn some good stuff tonight. We're going to be showing you a combination of things. We're going to show you what the original inspiration for Who was. We're going to show you how you can promote books that you make with it, that you put on Amazon, for example. We're going to show you a really easy way to kickstart and drive visitors to those pages.
Right.
And obviously, we talked the other day about monetization. You can do on the back end, so we won't talk about that so much tonight. Just bear in mind, you would need to plug that in if you really want to start seeing profit from this. And lots of other stuff. We're here to answer your questions as well. If you've got questions about Rider Hub Online, if you've got questions about the book Rider, how to use it, other ways to use it. And I will tell you that last night, those of you that were here for the live and those of that have watched the replay, we used Who to build a book, and then we listed it for sale on a Gumroad account as PLR. We built a complete funnel out of it. And I'm going to share the figures from this. Now, I admit these figures are not something that we're gonna get, oh wow, that's the most exciting thing ever. But we have to remember with this, let me just get this so it's big enough so that everyone can see it. Let me zoom in on that.
Yes, as you see, I've already got my glasses on.
I'm gonna zoom in, share my screen. Right. So I've just grabbed a screenshot of it and done it this way because as you'll see,
breaking up just a minute.
I can blow it up bigger this way. It's a lot easier. Oh, I bet I hang.
Yep.
If I crash out, I'll come right back.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'm going to go show the Wall of Fame first while you get that sorted. Figured that would be the easiest thing because it looks like you are frozen now. So here we go. I am going to come on over to Writer Hub Online. This is going to be our Hall of Fame, basically, or Wall of Fame, actually. Once we get a few more on here, we're actually going to create another page that's going to be linked at the top. And every single one of our customers, every single one of their books that make it to number 1 on Amazon or just on the bestsellers list, even if it's only number 5, we don't care. If it's on the top 10 bestsellers on Amazon for a particular category, let us know. We'll go take a screenshot and we're going to create a page specifically just for those images, just as you see here. So I'm going to scroll down here real quick, and this is going to be our Wall of Fame right here. So right now we have myself, we have Andy, and now we have Michael H. Welcome to being number 1 on the bestsellers list on Amazon. Great job. You took action. You followed through. It's exactly what we're talking about right here. So keep this in mind. Well, Michael says he's blushing. Don't worry about it. Hey, think of it as this is just 1. You're going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Keep that in mind. And while Andy is rebooting and getting everything restarted and going, let me go ahead and tell a couple of stories here real quick. I'm got about 3 more than I'm uploading right now. So I'm waiting for them to finish myself, get approved. Can take up to 72 hours for approval after you get them uploaded. And then I'm going to start doing the exact same thing that I teach. And that is 2 to 3 books a day, 2 to 3 books a day, 2 to 3 books a day. And I'm going to continue on because there's a reason why Andy and I started doing this. And I'm going to tell the story just a little bit. Several years ago, I was talking with Andy about how machine learning and automations and APIs and utilizing it. Looks like Andy's coming in right now. We may put a finger in that explanation, and then we're going to come back and allow Andy to share their stats. You're shaking your head. No, yeah, no, yeah.
Finally, now I can hear you.
There we go. Okay. So I was going over the Wall of Fame, and of course,
Yep.
telling once we get a few more on here, we're actually going to make a page specifically for Wall of Fame, not just for individual members, but for everyone that makes it into the top 10, which is considered the best sellers list on any category. You let me know. I'll go take a screenshot of it, and then we will get you on that wall. And because this is just the first. How long have we had this? Not very long. Not very long at all. So we're going to continue to get these books out there, get these books rated, get these books reviewed, and get these books up to bestseller status. That's what we're trying to do. So it's not just creating the book. It's getting the promotion going as well. So, Andy, speaking of promotion.
Yeah, so this is now, obviously, not many figures. Let's look, 65 visits, 11 sales. Now, you bear in mind, I did no promotion other than what you saw me do last night,
right,
and about 2 Facebook posts. That was it.
Okay.
And out of that, so I haven't mailed my own audience yet. And I say yet, because I will do. And there's a lot of things I haven't done that I can do. But just putting it on Gumroad and doing a post on Gumroad and just sending it out to the few people that I've got subscribed to my list on, or that particular list on Gumroad, which isn't overly responsive. It's, you know, it isn't a big part of my business anymore. And there we go. So even though this isn't massive numbers, we still made 11 sales out of 65 visits.
Right.
That's not a bad conversion. We've made $78 in total because we sold some PLR. And 1 or 2 people bought the book for $2, and then a bunch downloaded it for nothing because I did make it available for free to a couple of groups to encourage them to go get it.
Right.
But look, even with no real promo, now obviously, if I now push this, promo it, do all of that, I know I can sell loads more, right? But let's say for now that's all this made right now. It's not great, but $80 for an hour and a half's work last night.
What? Let me stop you real quick. The ones that just got the front end, they could have been put into an email series to be saying, "Hey, you need to get the PLR because people are buying it and getting it and selling it."
Of course, I could do a follow up that says, "Hey, get the PLR. Here's how to use it. Here's how to repurpose it, and give it all those tips and encourage them to buy it." And yeah, there's a whole load I could do, but I'm just pointing out, just for doing it,
right,
as a demo last night. And I would have done it for free as a demo to teach you guys how to do it. I got paid.
There you go.
And if I continue to promote this, which I will get paid a lot more. Because, you know, let's just have a quick run of some numbers on my calculator as well. It's 65 visitors. So that's converting at almost 17%.
Nice.
And what? And who wrote the sales copy for that? Because it wasn't me. It was who. We literally, you saw us on that video. We literally took the stuff out of who. I think I added 1 line about white label available, and I might have written another line. We were really honest. We showed you everything last night. You can go and watch the replay. But so just wanted to touch base on some results from that. Yes, they're not astonishing, but this is 0 promotion just for putting it up and doing a post. That's it, right? That's converted at 17%. Some people would kill to be able to write copy that converts at 17% out the gate.
Yes.
Who wrote it for us? Who did it all? I didn't do any hard work last night. Those that were on live last night can attest. Nothing I did was hard.
It was a 2-hour session. The thing of it is we didn't concentrate just on that for 2 hours.
Oh, we did a lot more in the 2 hours, yeah.
So,
about 90,
even if you bust it down, just say 2 hours. That's $40.
You might be slow on your first one.
That's $40 an hour return, and it's an asset that sits there that's always available to be sold.
Exactly.
What's another thing that we talk about? Buy button. What's that thing we always say about buy button?
Yeah.
Your online income is directly proportional to the number of buy buttons that you have online?
That is exactly it.
Hmm.
That is the truth of it.
Well, that is awesome. That is awesome.
Now,
So
on top of that, we also made that little checklist, which has had a few downloads, and
Right.
then, but I haven't done any promo of it again. So, but even just doing it,
right.
JFDI, just do it, right? Get some results.
Don't
Now,
over
if I was
complicate it.
right, if this was really a product that I was going to do something with and not just a demonstration, obviously I wouldn't just go, oh, thanks very much for $7-8 and leave it there. I know this converts at 17% already. I can hit Facebook groups, I can hit mailing lists, I can buy ads, I can whatever, you know.
If you know affiliates, hit them up saying, hey, you want to earn X amount. Here's a product for you.
I've enrolled
because
it in
it will also be enticing.
Program.
It's going to be more enticing than just a book by everyone else. You want to know why? Because inside the funnel is a possibility of a $4.97 payday. That's not a $4.97. It's a $497 payday.
Obviously, we have sold 0 of those so far, and
correct.
We might never sell one.
Income. It's that $10 lottery ticket that we've discussed about sometimes.
Somebody at some point will go, oh shit, I can get a unique version of that done for that. Yeah. And I might drop the price. I might play with price points because I'd happily do that for $300. You know, I mean, there's things I can do. I'll play with the price on the product as well. So
exactly. So we've talked about the Wall of Fame. We've closed up yesterday's earnings information just for 24 hours.
For the time being. Just to show people what happened.
So now what we were going to talk about is just a little bit of why. Why did we start this? What got us going down that road? And the story is actually quite fun. It's a really fun story. We were looking at, and I was starting to create something called Content Wizard many years ago. And I had discussed this with Andy, and I was pushing the limits and the boundaries of SASET. I was
pushing
700-800 tags.
We shored SASET up to make it be able to cope with what you wanted to do.
I know. And I apologize.
No, it was good. It was good growth for the product.
Because what I was doing was I was creating things that it was never intended to do, ever. And I was being able to create small, short books, but that was just the beginning. And Andy asked me, "Why are you wanting to do this? What makes you think that creating multiple books is going to be a good thing? He goes, you're not going to be selling many of those." And I'm like, let me tell you a story. There is a man that I watched on an interview in the late 90s who was already doing some computer automation. And what he was doing at that point in time is there was a small startup company called Amazon. And Amazon was famous for books. And they would get them printed for you if one sold, or would ship it for you if you could get it to them, and then they would ship it out. So this guy started looking online, finding avenues of information, and he created a machine. And I'm going to say a machine, but it's a computer algorithm. It's what we would consider an API or machine learning and just a branch. But in essence, all it was a template. And the template was this: I'm going to grab information from this website and insert it into this text here. I'm going to grab information from here and insert it here. And I'm going to do that from multiple different locations, grab the information, and then compile it into a book. Let me show you something here. This story that I'm getting ready to bring up on the New York Times was written in 2008. Keep that in mind.
And you and
He
I
wrote,
first discussed this about 8 or 9 years ago, is my best guess. It might even be
correct.
more, but
Yes, it was 2000. I would say 2009, 2010,
yeah.
and then 2012 is whenever I tried to do Content Wizard. But yes,
Yeah, and we've both done things that tried to do, but they never got
right,
close to what the dream was, which is what we've
exactly,
got now.
exactly. So in 2008, it says he wrote 200,000 books, but computers did some of the work.
Most
His
of
name is
the work.
Philip Parker. He is a PhD. He is a doctor in computer sciences and economics. Keep that in mind. The author says it's not easy to write a book. First, you have to pick a title, and then there's a table of contents, and you want the book to be categorized either by a bookseller or a library, blah, 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 given an ISBN. And then there's all the stuff in the middle, too, like the writing. Of course, exactly. And then it says Philip M. Parker seems to have licked that problem. Mr. Parker has generated more than 200,000 books as an advanced search on Amazon.com under his publishing company shows, making him, in his own words, the most published author in the history of the planet. And he makes money doing it. I'm going to put a peg on this page just for a moment. And I'm going to come over to one of the books that he writes and creates. This is the 2023 to 2028 World Outlook for carbon fiber reinforced plastic marine composites.
Oh, wow, is it? I've been meaning to read that.
Yep, me too. This one's 301 pages. That is his publishing group, Icon Group International, Inc. So if we come up here and look at Professor Philip M. Parker, PhD, and we look at him as an author, this one's got 70,000 books in it. We're not done yet. We're going to also pull up, what was the name of that company?
Well, and at that price point, if you only ever need to sell one, and it was worth it.
Correct. So let me put an M. Philip M. Parker. There we go. And we're going to flip on this one. And this one's also 70,000 underneath a different pseudonym. We're not done yet. We're going to look for this company. This book is by Icon Group International. That's him. We're going to click on that. And all books. This one, only 4,275 titles.
Only.
So just with the three that I could find relatively in a short amount of time, that's 100.
Most of his books are just
4,000.
data.
Yeah,
presented
exactly.
as a chart and a book. That's all it is. I mean, that's what most of those
exactly
cheaper
right.
ones are, and even the more expensive ones.
$595. 2019-2024 outlook for baby formula. He hit this one probably smack dab in the middle of COVID. People are probably looking for baby formula and information about it. And imagine how many people probably bought this just so they could find out what the rest of what was the outlook for the future already. If there was a decrease, and then how much more of a decrease. It's a marketing idea. It's a gold mine of information for baby formula and baby formula companies. He's doing predictive analytics.
When we saw this back 9 years ago,
yes,
we were like, wow, imagine if you could write a how-to book automatically. Right. And that was the start of wouldn't that be great, what we could do, what we would dominate. And that was when the idea was first born for this. But we've been waiting ever since for the technology. And we've done little things along the way, but who, as it stands now, is the closest we've ever been. And we will eventually, we do have a fiction product in the works down the road, but we want to our approach is we don't want to bring out a product that does lots of things sort of okay.
Right.
We wanted to bring out a product that does one thing exceptionally well, get to be the best at that we can, to beat everyone else, and then we're going to do the same with another market, with fiction. So we do have that coming. But
So-
I tell you now, we are aware of our competition. We have checked it out, and I promise you, if you check the output of a book made with Who against one made with another one that's getting a lot of Facebook advertising at the moment, I don't think there's any comparison. And I know I might be a little bit biased, but several people have looked and agree with me.
Exactly. So, Mr. Parker, Philip M. Parker, hat tip to you. Thank you for inspiring us. Even though you've inspired us many years ago, it's a dream that we never let loose of.
It planted that seed in our head. That reading this and us having one of our many brainstorming conversations is what started this. And that's another thing that's worth throwing out there. This has nothing to do with Who or anything else.
No.
Find people you can brainstorm with, right? You know, if you're doing similar things, why not get together and discuss what you're doing? There's enough room. You're not competing with each other. There's enough room for everyone. And you'll grow from it because you'll help give each other ideas, and you'll also come up with your own dream ideas that might take 10 years to come to fruition, but they will happen.
Right. And keep this in mind. Creating a book with Who, it's fun. It is fun because it's hands off. Getting it down, making the edits real quick and getting uploaded, that's the hard part. But that's the part where you come into play the most. This is the part that you have to do. We can't do it. We can't automate it for you. If we were going to automate it for you, then we wouldn't even be selling you this. We would just be doing it all on the back end on ourselves and uploading 200,000 books. I'm not, that's not a joke. That's not funny.
And we still intend to do a lot of the domination of various platforms we spoke about doing. We just know that there's enough room out there for everyone to be doing it, and we're not going to have enough competition. You know, that's the beauty of this. So let's now flip round and go back to using Who for Kindle, which is just one of the many things you use the content for, as we've been showing you. Yes. But what we've shown you so far on the Amazon Kindle side was how to make it, how to edit it, how to get it on Kindle, how to get it published, how to initially get that. And Mike H has already got a #1 bestseller.
Boom.
So how can you be absolutely assured of that #1 spot? Well, it's very simple. We give the book away to a lot of people. So we enroll it in Amazon's KDP program, and we go into promotions, and we say start a promotion at the first available opportunity to run for the longest amount of time, which is 5 to 6 days. And then as soon as it starts, you go around and you hit a bunch of Facebook groups, and you will want to start joining these groups now. Now, I wonder, is it possible for you to share your screen, Kurt? Because when I share my screen at the moment, I glitch.
Yes.
And maybe show some of the Facebook groups.
Sure.
And if we give them the one that we actually have control of and a couple of others, once you join 2 or 3, Facebook will start suggesting thousands of others and just keep going, join them.
Yep.
I do a copy and paste post. The only thing to remember on Facebook, if you copy and paste exactly the same thing multiple times in multiple groups, you will get a lock put on your account for a while. So make sure as you do those posts, you change them a little bit. Just change a few words. And it's like they only have to be a little bit different, and you can do it. So and then you won't run into that thing. But also, don't work like a spammer. You don't want to hit all the groups at the same time, because I'll tell you now, 10 people are probably in 10 of the groups that you're promoting to. If they all 10 land on their wall at the same time, it has no effect. But if you post in one group now and another group in half an hour and another group half an hour later, another one half an hour later, and guess what? You can schedule this in Canva. You can schedule this with Social Bee. You can schedule this with Hootsuite. You can schedule this with any number of tools that exist out there. So you don't even have to be around to do it. But you do have to initially join the groups. And we will show you on Facebook a couple of the groups. And as I say, once you join these, you'll get offered loads more. Just join them all. And then when you've got a free book, go into the group. We'll even share in a minute a post or 2 that we've made to promote books. Anyway, go on, Kurt. You show what you were going to...
Sure. So once you're in your KDP, what you're wanting to do is click on these three dots right here on the upper right hand corner of the individual book that you want to promote. You're going to click where it says promote and advertise. Once we're here, you're going to see if you're enrolled in KDP Select. I am. If you're not, go ahead and enroll yourself in KDP Select. That way, if people who have KDP or Kindle Unlimited, your book is going to be there for them to read, and then you will earn points. Keep that in mind. But what we're going to do is we're going to run a price promotion. Now, some people do a countdown deal. It's a time-based promotional discount for your book. Customers will see the discount on the time and the time remaining at that price level. If you have a higher price book, may not be a bad thing. You know, if you're selling it for $59, $69, $79, and you're knocking it down for $20 to $29, yeah, why not?
For what we're doing, you want to do a free giveaway.
Exactly.
Because what we're doing here is we're creating the initial juice. Amazon will start promoting you, but they won't. They start promoting based on numbers. If you are a new published book and you suddenly start hitting a few, even small numbers, Amazon go, oh, we'll try serving that up to some people that have downloaded other travel books and see what happens. And that's how you get that initial growth. And when the book stops being free, they continue to still serve it up. So this is how we kickstart and get the juice going.
So you're only able to use 5 days of the free book promotion during each KDP Select enrollment period, which is 90 days. So I can do this book once in 90 days. Mm-hmm. But 90 days again from now, guess what? I could do it again. And then I can do it again.
And if you have created and published 90 books, which let's face it, if you made a commitment right now to do 90 books in 90 days, that's only one a day.
Yep.
You could do it, right? So you commit to doing that at the end of 90 days. And each time you do one, you launch it into a promotion. At the end of 90 days, you start going back round each day, launching them back into a promotion. So every day you've got one to promote and one to share. Once you've got 90 books, you keep going around those groups. You will endlessly build sales just on that if you're committed to doing it.
That's right. Plus, underneath KDP, pages being read. Because when people find it, people see it, people open it, people download it, people read it, each page that's read, you get paid some money from Amazon. It's not a lot. One book is not going to be a lot.
But remember, refer back to our other videos about how to further monetize your content.
Correct. And keep this also in mind. Grow your email list from your books. Why do you want to grow your email list? Well, glad you asked. Let's go ahead and bring up one of the zip files for Who. And I'm going to do, I think I have this one already. Whiteboard. Close that. There we go. Nope. Would help if I type correctly. There we go. So whiteboard. So I'm going to open this one up here. You're going to notice this one. This book's done. It's nice. It's pretty. If I come back over here, you're going to notice that I also have articles. We're going to skip that for right now. We're going to come down to social media posts. I didn't create emails with this one. But whiteboard videos. This is one social media post. Right? Simple, easy. You have your URL also for your Kindle.
Wherever you've listed it, your Kindle listing, your Gumroad listing, your whatever.
Right. So you just.
But in the case of the Kindle books, right, you're going to give these away, and you can use some of these posts to help do that.
Right, because each chapter, and that includes subchapter. So each chapter and subchapter gets 5 social media posts, and it will use some of the content inside of that in order to entice people to get the rest of the book. This is the beauty of what we've done here. So you could just, let's say that you've got Facebook group number 1. I'm going to grab this one, copy, minimize. I mean, minimize a lot because I've opened up a lot. Come over to Facebook, and I'm going to go to, what is advertise? This is the one that we own. And you're going to come here, you're going to paste in the content, and then your link to your book, and then click post.
And if you've enrolled it in KDP, it's currently free. Add a bit to say that it's free. Make a big deal out of that. This book is free for the next few days. Now, it does two things. When your book is no longer free, your post stays up. People just realize, it's an old post. It's not free anymore, but fine. But yeah, there you go. So you do something like that, right? You keep it serious, simple, and you go and post. And this is one of the groups you will want to join. We will absolutely accept you into it, especially as we know you're in Who. And then we'll tell you a couple of other groups to go look for as well. But once you're in a couple, your Facebook group selection will start suggesting them like crazy, and just jump in as many as you can.
Yes.
Also, size is deceptive. Yeah, join the big groups, but also join the ones that have only got 1,000 members, because some of those are actually more active. It's good to be in a group with if you're in a group with 1,000 and 2/3 of it are active, that's better than being in a group with 25,000 where none of them are active, isn't it? Right. So don't rule them out just on size. Like, it's easy to grow a big group with people that aren't responsive. It's harder to grow a group where people are. So you want to join as many as you can. You'll work out for yourself which ones work for you. Some very much work only for fiction, it would seem. So I don't bother with them, and I've gradually just left those groups. The ones I know work for non-fiction and get me click-throughs and get me reach, which I can see. Obviously, I'm going to keep promoting in those groups.
Which is
that's how you're working out.
Which is another thing to think about. What URLs are you going to use here? Are you going to send it directly to Amazon? You're going to send it to your own landing page? Once again, when you're promoting, you need to make sure that you follow the group's rules. But most of all, you need to follow the rule of, I need to get people on my email list. Not just and make sure whenever you're creating your landing pages for this, if you're creating landing pages, make sure to segment out for each book, because I know you're not all going to be making the same book about the same topic, and people may be joining different ones. You don't want to put someone on a vegan list when they're looking for WordPress. That's just, you get word salad and people don't like it too much. Anyway, so that is one of the main places that we use. Facebook is huge. Now, when you do make some posts on Facebook, and people are going to make some comments, and the comments are going to be, hey, come over here and promote with us. We'll promote your book. And this one, if you need reviews, PM me for more details. Don't buy reviews. Ever.
Yeah. But don't worry about those posts that appear on there.
Exactly.
That actually helps this post get served up to other people. Posts that get comments and likes. So I even go in sometimes and like those posts. I don't reply to them, not interested. But because I'm liking the post and the post active, Facebook serve it up more.
That's it. So this is one of the tactics that we've been using. Now, one of the other tactics is, of course, email. Email is one of the most profitable tools that you can use. How much money do you make a month off of your email list, Andy?
I'd rather not answer on a public video.
So in that case, I'll
let's talk general terms. Like people,
good.
There's a
your
general
main income. Yeah.
I mean, my main income is still from an email list. Always has been.
Exactly.
and I've got different lists in different niches and whatever. Typically, the rule of thumb is that every subscriber you get is worth about $1 a month. That works on the basis that some won't buy anything and some will buy lots of things. But when you average it out, if your list is active, and you get rid of inactive list people, but active list members, among those that are opening your emails and everything else, those active ones, roughly worth $1 a month just as a starting point, regardless of what you're selling, what price point you're selling at. Over time, you learn how to build that up and increase your subscriber value and so on. And you segment and you move customers that are quick to spend a lot of money into separate segments, and you offer them higher ticket things. It makes sense, right? So this is just logic.
Right.
Mike says, I'm guessing enough to pay the bills. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this full time. I've been making my living full time on the internet since 1999. There was a few year period where I took my foot off the gas a lot because I was helping someone with a bricks and mortar business. And I always tell people, hardest work I ever did for the least return. And as soon as I was done with that commitment, I got back online because I'd never worked so hard for so little return while I was doing that. And I went, fuck this. Making money online is easier. And it is. It is. You know, I sit at home, I work the hours I want, and I make a very, very good living and have done for a long time. And what makes me different from anyone else? Nothing, other than I do it. I don't just think about doing it. I think that's a good idea. Will it work? Let's find out. And I do it. And I see it through to completion. And some win and some lose. And you remember the winners, you forget the losers, but you learn from the losers.
And the beautiful thing is now you're also afforded the capability to give time like this to train for totally free. This is just free, gratis. Here, grab this information. Even if you don't create your book with who, snag this information, use it. If it's for a different thing, use it. What we're teaching you is good marketing, not just for a book.
I mean, if you're a Kindle author, do what we're showing you here. You don't have to use who to produce your Kindle book, but you can use the promotion techniques we're showing you.
That's right. That's right.
And even if you're a fiction writer and you're writing fiction, many of those groups that we told you about do fiction books. Some are dedicated to fiction, and at the moment, as I say, I quietly leave those because I'm not doing that at the moment.
Right.
When we develop that later down the road, you better bet I'm going to be rejoining them. But I don't want to be them for now. I want to just, I'm in enough groups. So I want to be, and I work out the groups that get the reach, and those that clearly don't, I just quietly leave them as well. So what I'm left with is a bunch of really good groups. But if you start off in the group that we're recommending, and we'll post a couple of others, if you do that, you'll start getting served up others. If you find one that really works for you, come back and let us know in the Who group. Share the link with us so we can join it, because Facebook will serve different groups to different people. Kurt and I keep swapping. Kurt sends me links, goes, this one's really good. And if I find one, I go, this one's paying off. Boom, get in there. And please do the same. We'll share some groups with you, share some groups back with the group. Let's help each other grow. It doesn't matter that even if we had 1,000 people actually doing and using Who actively right now, producing 3 books a day and pumping on a Kindle, no one's going to be competing with anyone. There's room for everyone. The market is enormous. And we only need to take a little slice of it to live very, very comfortably. And that's the trick.
And I'm going to tell you again, there's no one better to compete against than yourself. So if you write one book on a subject, create a pseudonym, write another book on that subject.
Yeah. You want to have real fun? I mean, this is stuff you can get into later down the line. I am neither going to confirm or deny if I've ever done anything remotely like this. But being your own competitor, you put a book out on Kindle, then you put out another book under another name. But both of those people, they might both be pen names. Both of those pen names have a blog. Now, one of them blogs about the fact that their book's rubbish compared to mine, and this person fights back and justifies why theirs better, and that's drama, and people like drama, and they start coming, and guess what? They buy one or both books, and you own both of them. You can't lose.
There you go. There you go. It's amazing how the human psyche works and how to work with it, not against it, work with it. It's an amazing thing. So here are some of the emails. This is on a book that I had, Resurgence to Come Back of Cryptocurrency. And it is a 14-day email sequence. Now, each
Wow,
email
who
will
wrote
have
that?
exactly who wrote that as well. So right here we have the subject, and then we have pre-header. What's a pre-header? If you ever went over to Gmail and you're scanning the subject lines, and below the subject line is a little bit of text, that's the pre-header. That's the very first text that goes on your email. Then your salutation and the body of your email. That's it. That pre-header gets looks. It helps drive the subject line deeper into the brain. Pre-header is important in marketing. A lot of people keep forgetting about that. There's one person in huge, once again, controversy who utilizes it all the time. I'm not going to mention his name because I'm sure it's just going to be even more of a controversy if I do. However, just look through the famous marketers that you know and see how many use pre-headers. It'll be the subject line, and at the very top of the email will be something like this. Then the meat and the body of the email after. So this is a 14-day email sequence. How many times do you normally reach out to someone before they buy?
7.
Okay. So this is taking
the industry standard belief is that someone has to see a message 7 times before they hit the buy button.
Correct.
It's a generalization, but it is a generalization because it's fairly true. So
we took that and took it times 2. Now, are you going to do day 1, day 2, day 3 all the way through and hit them like a dough rolling pin over the head 14 times? No. We do recommend that you do a few days, take a day break. Do a few more days, take a day break.
I would deliver that. I would deliver those 14 emails myself over somewhere around 21 to 25 days. So you have some gap days and things like that, and then you go back in with an email and like, hey, a couple of days ago I told you I do this. Sorry, I've been really busy, but here it is. You just personalize it a bit and make it, you can add a little bit to these emails. The other thing that has amazed me, and I'm going to be honest here, I write emails for a living, right? So when they started producing emails and I started looking at them, I was like, oh, I can fix loads up in this. And then just for shits and giggles on Traffic Wave, I just use some as is. And they convert as well as the ones I bloody well wrote, so I'm pissed off. But the truth is, these emails, even as they are, work. And if you tidy them up,
not sending out anything.
Exactly. And people go, oh, but it's not my tone. Well, I would rather speak to somebody in not my tone than not speak to them at all, right? If you're going to make a sale. And you can make them your tone over time, but bung and get them out there. The idea is you can get this out there, just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. It's done. You can keep focusing on doing other stuff. And then when you've got time, you can come back to those emails and go, okay, now how can I improve them? This niche is working for me and I want to make it more my own. How can I word these so it sounds more like me? Then you can do all that. But you get it kick-started first and see if it's a market worth being in. Can you build an audience that wants to follow you? If you can, based on this, and then you take it where you want. And those that don't work, fine, you make a little bit of money. You flip them to somebody else that does want a bestseller in another niche. There's all sorts of stuff you can do.
And the thing of it is this is a 14-day email sequence. I know there's certain marketplaces that you can buy a X number of day, usually 7-day email sequence, and they're charging $14.95 for it. What stops you from selling it as well? Here's an email sequence on this subject. Great. Oh, by the way, here's the product that it promotes as well. The email sequences could be your lead, your front end sales thing. And then the book could be the upsell. And then everything else could be the upsells. It's all how you want to play it. Go over to your favorite marketplaces. Look, for email series or email sequences. See how well they sell. Look at the topics that they're doing them for. Well, here you go. Here's a tool that will create them for you. Do a 7-day with a 7-day bump. So they get 14. Just a hint. And then the first.
The thing is, you can springboard anything off this. I mean, even if you take the best 5 emails and just do a 5-day sequence, it's better than not having anything up. You know, the point is, please do it, because you will be pleasantly surprised. People will subscribe to the list. People will open the emails and respond to them. And the great thing is, you get people on a list just to be interested in the book, and this now pitches it.
Yeah. And that's the whole idea. Today, I wanted to take you on a journey through chapter 1 of our book titled The Rise of Cryptocurrency. Get ready to witness the birth of digital revolution. Picture this: in 2008, a mysterious figure named Satoshi Nakamoto introduces the world to Bitcoin. It's all factual. And it's all pull quotes from the book.
Yeah, exactly. So, let's just go to Facebook real quick, show them a couple of the other groups that we're in that we recommend. As I say, once you're in 2 or 3, you are going to get offered recommended groups all day long, every day. Just hit the join. But most of them don't need you to fill anything in. Those that do, just fill it in honestly. You know what? If you don't get in the group, you don't get in the group. It wasn't to be. No matter, does it? Just fill it in.
And I'm going to be honest with everyone. There is a question that is on the one that we own. And the question is that you have to go over to writerhubonline.com, scroll down, and count how many #1 bestsellers we are, and answer that as a question on it. I'm just saying that's one of them on there. As of right now, if you're watching this, it's 3. So at this point in time.
If any of you guys are watching this and you type in, I've just watched this in the Who group.
Yep.
You're just going to go, okay, you're good. All right. But we do put those things in to stop the bots. That's why we have it. And it works because the bots just answer yes to everything or something equally ridiculous. So it means that we can keep all the automated shit out. So the people we're getting in the group are real people posting real books, helping each other out, doing exactly what it was intended for.
Exactly.
Other groups, I can't tell you whether they keep bots out as effectively as we do. And I can't guarantee there are no bots in this group because we did take the group over. And so there may be some historical crap in there still. But the people that are getting in now, everyone that's getting in is a real person, and we are making sure of it.
Yep. So right here is free books and book reviews. It is a private group. It's got 99,000 people in it. I'm in it. I am in it. And I don't think I can approve, but if I see it, I will. Just hit me up saying, hey, I'm trying to get in this group. See if you can approve me. I'm not an admin. It's not my group, but keep that in mind.
Most of these are either auto approve or an admin. They've got 10 admins and someone gets you pretty quick. The bigger the group, the more admins there normally are. And so you will get into some of the big ones quicker than you'll get in the smaller ones. See, here's an example of a really good small group. It's only got 682 members.
And I own it.
Yeah, because it's an old group we had from a long time ago. But I can tell you what, the people in there are all real.
Yes.
There's definitely no bots in this one. And most of them are active.
Yes.
So don't discount the smaller groups. But this group does have some rules. It's daily free and almost free, so $2.99 or less. So you can list your cheap books even if they're not on free offer.
Right.
So this is your really good way of getting you off the ground and getting the thing started. So there you go. I mean, that's enough. If you join the 2 or 3 we've shown you there, in your Facebook feed where it goes, we suggest these groups, you will get, suddenly it will fill up with free book this, free book. Just keep hitting join, get as many as you can, try them out, stay in the good ones, leave the shit ones. That's all we're doing. This isn't rocket science. It's just doing.
Exactly.
It's just doing.
Exactly. And
as we work out which groups are really good and which aren't, we will share that. And as I say, please share back any good ones you find. Um,
Exactly.
I don't worry about telling us this one was rubbish. I don't want just tell us a good one so we can go join them.
That's always the thing, isn't it? You want to make sure that this is the right one.
Jerome says, and you're creating an index in the Who for those book groups. We will post some of them in the Facebook group. We will eventually put together a document with a whole bunch in it as we find out good ones. So we will, we'll compile that up and give it to people eventually. But for now, we'll just share them among ourselves in that group as you find a good one. But that's all we're doing. I mean, I will tell you, I'm in about 50 odd groups like that now. And I was in 3 2 weeks ago. I'm in loads now. And I'm trying new ones all the time. Because every time I do a book, I don't list every book in every group. Screw, I haven't got that much time. But I will go and list a book in like 10 of them. And then I will list the next book I do in a different 10. And I'll just look at the results and then go, well, that did quite often. They both do well. Like they both stay in. This one didn't do so good. I won't bother with that group again. Or I'll try a different niche in it and see and then give up on it. You just got to, find your way. We don't have all the answers because this is new to us too. But we've had a lot of time to plan and work out what we would do. And now we're just putting it into action. And I can tell you it absolutely works. And so can Mike H now. And Mike H did that without masses of promo. When you up that promo, you start getting into the thousands and thousands of downloads, like Curtis hit on some of his books. 2,000 something on a travel book.
2,100, yep.
Yeah. So, yeah. Any questions from anybody? We would love to answer any questions that you may have, because other than that, I think we've covered everything we intended to cover today. And also, do give us feedback. What else do you want to, how else do you want to see us using this? Or what other ideas have you got? We've shown you Kindle so far. We've shown you Gumroad. It doesn't take a big leap to realize how you could totally dominate the Warrior Plus marketplace. Does it? Because that same launch we showed you how to do last night, if you did one of those on Warrior Plus and you did one a month for the next 6 months. Now, actually, let's say you commit to actually do one a month for the next year. Before the end of the year, you will have a product of the day on Warrior Plus.
Yes.
I would predict that. I would put money. I can't guarantee it, but I would bet good money that you will. It's a good funnel, and you would, as you did each one, you would adjust your copy because you'd learn as you did each one. So you wouldn't just copy and paste every time. Each one you make a tweak and it get better and better and better. And at some point down there, because you've got several of them and affiliates come and go, you build a list. And then eventually you reach a point where you mail your own list in, the first 50 sales come in like that, and then Warrior Plus go, holy shit, and make you deal of the day, because that's all it really takes. It's not hard to get deal of the day on Warrior Plus. It's just consistency and being able to drive enough clicks of your own to kickstart it. The same as Amazon. Kickstart it with those free clicks and Amazon start promoting you. It's all the same. This is how these algorithms and platforms work. So consistency gets you to the point of being able to do the initial numbers. And once you can do that, you're going to get deal of the day. If you committed to doing a PLR launch structured similarly to how we did last night, and you did that on Warrior Plus, maybe put a couple of extras in it, and you did one of those a month, by the end of the year, you would have a serious income stream. Don't believe me? Ask Dr. Loy. Ask Dr. Loy. Ask other people that are doing PLR launches. Go to Warrior Plus, do a PLR search. Look at launches that are even only doing 100 units at those price points, and imagine how much money that is. Even if you had to give half of it to affiliates, imagine how much money that is. And then look at the ones that have done 500 units, because basically the truth is this: you don't get to 500 units without going through 100. You don't get to 100 without going through 10. Your first few launches, you might not even break 10 sales, and you'll think this isn't worth it. But that fifth and that sixth launch, you suddenly hit 25, 50, 100, 500. It's exponential growth has been my experience. And everyone I've taken through doing Warrior launches, it's the same. It's consistency generates exponential growth. If you were to commit today to, okay, from now, from November onwards, and you set a date, because bear in mind, this doesn't take long. You saw me make one in 90 minutes last night. Warrior Plus, a few more pages to do, a few more hoops to jump through, but still 5-6 hours, right, total.
Yeah.
You can set your first launch date in 2 to 3 weeks time, and your next one will be exactly a month after that, and you go, right, I'm going to do one a month. I'm going to do one a month for the next year. See what a difference that makes to you. See where that positions you as an expert in private label right content, which opens more doors for you to promote other PLR, to offer consulting, to offer coaching, to offer mentoring. All off books that you're producing.
I know. I know.
We've taken the effort out, people. It's just doing now. No excuses. Please do this. Don't sit there dreaming of doing it. Don't sit there going, well, I've made 800 books, but I haven't published any yet. I ain't going to help anyone. That's just going to fill your hard disk with shit. If you want to do that, there's 100 other quicker, easy ways to do it, and they won't make you money either.
No.
Start producing, editing, and releasing a book. Get it done all the way to promotion, then do the next one. Boom, 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 boom. It's okay to have a couple on the go, but make sure you're finishing the projects. Just do it. Please do it. Because there's so much money to be picked up, and this is so easy. We've taken all the hard work out of it. This is effortless product creation.
It is. It is. Without a doubt, hands down, the easiest product creation ever.
Mike H., what would you like us to show you on Product Dino? More than happy to show some Product Dino stuff of how we can do stuff, but not tonight. We'll maybe save that for another night.
Just put it down in the suggestions what you want to see. Put it down in the comments, whether you're on YouTube,
the thing about
on Facebook.
Product Dino is just the delivery method, right? So, correct. I mean, I'm happy to show how we do things. We just use it. I mean,
it's a delivery method, and it's also an email harvester at the same time.
Yeah. So. And we can show you some tips and tricks with checkout pages and other things. So yeah, happy to do that. We can absolutely cover that in a video. This is a thing. We want to show you anything you need showing that will help get you doing this stuff. We will show as long as you follow through.
As you see, I am an avid user of Product Dino. So yes, I can definitely teach.
And we do know a lot of tricks. We know a lot of tricks for Product Dino.
I have over 256 products in Product Dino.
Yeah.
So it's well worth it.
So yeah, happy to talk about that. Ko-fi, yeah, is another one. There's loads of those sorts of things. Buy me a coffee type deals. Ko-fi, there's Patreon, there's this, there's that, there's the other.
Which you know what? I'm creating books. If you just like the creation of the books, why not just create a membership? And every week you upload a book to them. They all get it. And it's only X number of dollars a month. If that's the way you want to roll with it.
How easy it is now for you to start a thing called PLR Weekly.
Yes.
For just $97 a month, we'll send you a complete product every week.
Yes.
You saw me make it last night. You take all the Gumroad bit out of it. Less than half an hour, 30, 40 minutes, tidy up, maximum. You can get it down to 20, right? You can easily do that one a week, can't you, right? So all you got to do is make a members area where you drop that one a week and the sales page where you say, sign up here, $97 a month, please. You get a product, blah, 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 blah. Jerome likes that one. See, this isn't hard.
No.
Right? If you like it, don't just like it. Fucking do it. Someone do it, please, because I tell you now, if you don't, I'm gonna. I keep saying this, and you've seen me do it before. I've put ideas out, and no one's run with them, and I've gone, okay, and then I've done it. Then I've released a case study on it, and people are going, oh, wow. I went, yeah, I told you months ago. It's not hard. You just got to do it.
That's right.
See, the thing is, I mean, you can use any of these platforms, and I understand Product Dino is a bit complicated, but like Ko-fi is just following prompts. Yes, I want to list a thing for sale. Okay, then upload it here. Oh, okay, right. Now describe it. Oh, good. I've got a book description in Who. And then do this, do that, right? How much you want to sell it for? Click the button, save, publish, done. Right? I mean, it's just following instructions on screen. What's the fear? You can do it on Gumroad, and we've given you videos on how you can do it on. But that's the thing. And the other thing, as a publisher, think about publishing on multiple platforms. Repurpose your material. Just because you've released it as a Kindle book doesn't mean you can't also put it on Gumroad and sell it with PLR. And you can limit in your terms of PLR that they can't list it on Kindle, because that'll stop the duplicate book appearing. So you can say in your PLR terms, I normally put in mind, unrestricted, except for you cannot publish it on Amazon Kindle and you cannot publish it on Gumroad. And I put in brackets because that's their terms. It is. You can't republish PLR on there, but you can be the originator. You can have the same book on Kindle. You can be selling the PLR to it on Gumroad. You can then also go over and list the PLR for it on Warrior Plus, and then you could do the PLR for it on ClickBank. And you can multiple platforms, multiple bites of the cherry, multiple buy buttons leading to the same thing.
PLR Weekly. That's sounds like a fun one there.
Out of interest, I don't know how much Publisher Rocket costs now. I just saw Mike's comment about he's going to ask ChatGPT to give me ideas. And I do that. Use the web browser version and it'll actually go away and find you categories that will be easy to rank in.
Give me a moment. I'll give you the price here real quick.
But Publisher Rocket is something I bought donkeys years ago. It was a one-time price. And they keep updating it. And honestly, for finding categories, niches, and things, it's so quick because it drills down the actual Amazon data. And you go, oh, there's an opportunity. Right, take those keywords, stick it in a Who. Oh, that's a good title. Off you go. You know, that literally is what I've been doing. Why do you think how do you think I came up with some of these niches? I'm not interested in vegan salads. I just happened to notice that in Publisher Rocket, vegan in the US, vegan has a category called salads, which no one's written anything in yet. But it's a selectable thing.
I've got a link here. It's $97. Never pay again.
There you go. So, like, again, I don't care if you like. We haven't put our affiliate link in or anything. It's Publisher Rocket. We're telling you what it is. You can go if you want our affiliate link. One of us will happily send you an affiliate link. But this isn't about that. We're not. We're telling you this because we believe in the tool. Publisher Rocket is a very good tool and something that if you're doing Kindle publishing, I think is worth the investment. Because I've found so many hot flipping little niches that have been piddly easy to rank in, and actually have got a surprising number of downloads. It also tells you the way the niche is currently trending and lots of other stuff. Don't always read too much into that, because that happens over time anyway. But if a niche has a lot of things that obviously sell better in the summer than the winter, and that's normally what it is. So at this time of year, a lot of books are showing a downturn just because of the time of year it is. And then you'll hit Christmas and all the novelty books will be top sellers and whatever. So that you can't read too much into it, but you can get enough. You get a very good sense very quickly is the point. Like, how long did we spend researching when we wrote the last few books? We did 10 minutes. We went click, click, click. Oh, there's a good one. Let's just do that. What's the keyword for that? I don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT. Oh, that's a good keyword. Right. There you go. Oh, that's a good title. Yes, please. Like, don't overthink it. You go, that's a good idea. Is it? Yeah, but I haven't got time to market research it because I can produce and publish quicker than I can market research.
Yeah.
Suggestions. Testimonials collecting are getting someone to visit a tough sell. Testimonials collecting are getting someone like it. Couple of things. In those free Facebook groups, be transparent. Hey guys, I'm giving this book away free for the next few days. I'm just trying to get some initial interest and feedback. Please, if you download it, would you be so kind as to leave me a review?
Please read it and leave me a review, because if they don't read it, won't count.
Yeah. And
but if they buy it, that does count.
Yes.
Even if it's $0.00, it counts.
Yes. So get them while it's on the KDP $0 thing to go and get the book and give you some feedback on it. And that means leave me a review, doesn't it? Really, is what we're saying. And yet, it's a low percentage, Will. But you know what? You've got to ask for it. So just keep asking. And in those free groups, that's partly why we do it. Kickstarts the reviews. People kind of go, well, I feel I got it free. And they said, if you liked it, will you leave me? I got it for free. I'll leave a review in it. Most of them, 5 stars. Yeah, it's great. I mean, we haven't taken any fucking notice of it either, but it doesn't matter, does it? Right. We're getting it started. I did ask if I will reword 37 downloads, 2 reviews so far. Yeah. But yeah, you ask people for it. The other thing you can do is you start building lists in other places, or say you're in a Facebook group about that niche or about Halloween or whatever. You could just go in that thing where they're talking about, join some groups that are interested in Halloween and then go in and say to them, hey guys, this is currently free at the moment and it's, right on time. It's my gift to you. All I ask is that you leave me a review, an honest review. You can even say that. You can say honest review. And the people that download it, most of them will feel obliged to go and say a nice thing about it. And that's all you need to kickstart you.
Let's see here.
And in the Who group, when people share a book, guys, please go and get it. Help them out. Have a scroll through it. Go and leave them a review. Give them a bit of help that way. It all helps. We'll help each other out. But you will do a lot more damage. Good damage by listing it in all the free groups and things. But yes, I know what you mean, Mike. People don't. Can I ask if the renewal is annually, what you get in at the same? Yeah. Basically, whatever price you lock in is what your renewal price is.
Correct.
So you guys that are currently coming in and get, you've got a deal, and that won't be offered again. When the deal closes, it closes. The people that got in from the spreadsheet thing, that deal's gone. That there's now an S11 deal. When that's gone, that's gone. And then there's and beyond that, there will be a couple of small, very small minor specials here and there, but there will not be any huge discounting on this. So you guys are locking in the best possible price as long as you want to maintain your access to it. And of course, we are reinvesting a lot of the income that comes from this. A large chunk is going back into further development and development of further things that we're going to be able to bring out. We're working on a fiction thing behind the scenes. I'm not going to talk a lot about that because I don't want people asking me all the time, when's it coming?
That is down the road.
It's down the road. We want to be the best at what we do. And so we're going to keep enhancing this.
Do have coming relatively.
We have got
few weeks.
We got some sexy features coming. Go on, Kurt.
So
let them in.
I'm going to drop these bombs right here, right now. You're going to be able to put in a description. Now these are optional. If you just like entering in a few words, saying, "Hey, go get me a title," select the title. That's good enough. Generate and export.
If you like what it does now, you'll be able to use it exactly the same. It's no extra work. All these things that we're adding are completely optional.
Correct.
But
so you're going to be able to do the same steps there, but then it's going to come to a chapter outline. But before we go, let's go back. You're also going to give it a little description of the book and go into detail, what you want it to talk about, what you want it to write about. And then it's going to create an outline. And then on each outline chapter, you can give it notes and direct and influence the output for each chapter. Or not. You get to pick and choose which chapters you want to influence. This is going to make us that much greater in the capabilities of what it can do. This is the taking it to the nth level, giving you control over the AI even more.
So I am going to just drop this in the conversation. This is another part of, hey guys, someone run with this, because if you don't, I will be. But if one of you guys hasn't yet put a listing on Fiverr, this is easy money. Easy money. I will write a book on any subject for X $100. I will deliver it with all the promotional material. Plus, because you can control the amount of chapters and sub-chapters, you can actually roughly work it out. So I will do about a short book. I will do a medium book. I'll do a premium length book. And all you're going to do is produce it and do the tidy up that we did in the video you saw the other day. We've done tidy up demos 2 or 3 times now, so we're not going to do any more of those unless we find any real secret new way of doing something quicker. You do that tidy up, and then you rezip the file and you deliver it, and you are done. You are going to do less than half an hour's work and take whatever that payday is. And yes, Fiverr take 20%. So what? You're also going to start putting those people on a list so you can market to them directly. And you can send them to your Gumroad account where they can buy premium books done. And you're going to send them to your Thrivecart, send them to your whatever. Maybe we could have fellow #1 booksellers writing forward intro to our books too. Why not?
Whatever you want to work with.
Right. Okay. Pricing is my downfall, and what if rewrites? Okay. So #1, go on there and look at what other people.
What's the market bear now?
Yeah. What advantage, and the fact that you know a bit about marketing, so you can do a better listing than a lot of people. So, and then what if they do want to rewrite? Well, you know what? #1, if you buy my basic package, there are no rewrites. If you buy my advanced package, I can, But the thing is, if somebody really does, just do another rewrite in Who and tidy that up and send them that instead. It's not really any effort, is it? And
we showed you numerous times how to quickly edit.
Yeah. And you can also, the other thing on your Fiverr listing, do a couple of little short sample books, right? And just in PDF, and make them available for immediate download from your Fiverr page. No sign up, nothing like that. Just so people can download the samples. So you're already setting the precedent of the level of quality writing you're delivering. Right. So you go, and what you're saying on Fiverr is, I'll write you a book like that on whatever topic you want, and I've got options for different lengths. That's all you're doing, right? No edits. Or if you buy my gold level one, then I can do some editing, some rewriting. At the end of the day, I have never, even when the only time I've gone back to somebody for a rewrite was when they delivered utter shit. Well, we're not delivering utter shit.
No.
You're not. And if you really, really, really get a complete dickhead that just goes, fucking refund them and move on, and you just write it off and go, oh, never mind, you're a dick, I won't deal with you again, and take the money from the people that don't ask for rewrites. Take the low-hanging fruit. Don't reach out for that not quite ripe shit that's going to be a pain in the backside. No, focus on the low-hanging ripe fruit. It's there for the taking. Yeah, you eliminate all doubts. No sleep for Mike tonight. Now, hopefully, we've eliminated doubts so you can sleep, and then you can wake up refreshed and crack on with no excuses and no being held back by, I don't know how to price it. Do you know, incidentally, how we come up with prices for a lot of things that we release? I just pluck a number out of the air. I don't have a magic formula. I have a magic formula. I'll go and have a look, see what other people are selling stuff for, and I'll go, well, I reckon I can. I never want to be the cheapest, but I don't want to be the most expensive either. No. So I want somewhere, because here's the thing, right? When people go to Fiverr, okay, let's really simplify it. You go to a restaurant. You're not a connoisseur of anything. You ask for the wine list. Here's a psychology in a restaurant. Restaurants put the wine that makes them the most profit is normally the second and third cheapest bottles on the menu. In other words, the cheap one, because no one's going to order that, right? You don't want to look cheap in front of your mates. No one orders the cheapest. You don't order the most expensive. And most people go, I'll go somewhere in the middle. It's bound to be good. And what they're getting really is a pretty shit wine, a pretty reasonable price, but it's all in the perception. If they'd ordered the cheapest wine on there, it probably would have tasted better. Right? It's that where you position yourself. So if you position yourself sort of in the middle, but you go a bit better with your sales copy on your pitch for your listing, people are going to come in and start looking at that's too expensive. That's way too cheap. Where do people buy? They pick the people in the middle. There you go. That's your starting point. And over time, if you get lots of orders, you put your prices up. And if you're not getting enough orders and you've got room to move, try dropping them for a bit. And as you get good reviews, start creeping them back up. That's how big that's how you'll grow it. But if you,
Ko-Fi
here's
seems
the
like a
thing,
good option.
don't let not knowing what to charge stop you from listing anything, because if you don't list anything, you will make absolutely no money. If you list it even at the wrong price and you sell it, you've made some money. That's more money than you would have made by not doing anything because you're too scared of getting the pricing wrong. JF, just do it. We keep coming about that. JFDI, honestly, this does the hard work. So get the doubts out of your mind and just do it. Try it. Suck it and see. Rick Elwood goes, something I've been drinking crap wine all my life. No wonder I need to drink lager. Maybe. I don't know. I don't drink wine anymore. I don't drink anything anymore. Thank you very much. Well, not alcohol. It doesn't agree with me. Okay, I think that is it for this live. Thanks for your questions. Thanks for being here with us. I hope you got something good out of it. Certainly, there's some very good positive comments in the chat. Thank you. We do appreciate those. We like to know that we're delivering you value, and we're going to keep doing this. And as we said yesterday, you drive it. Let us know what you want us to cover and talk about.
Right.
Certainly, we will look at. Give us some more specifics in the group, Mike, about what product dyno things you've got. Like, because we don't want to sit here covering real basic stuff so that they can you can get that in product dyno. But
Right.
like, what things are you stuck on? And we certainly got some tips and tricks we can share, and we'll incorporate them into a video. So happy to do that. But anything else, if people have got ideas and they're like, I want to do this, but I've got a hang up, like Mike did there, right? And big up to Mike there. Takes a lot to admit what your hold up is. Mike just did it. He went, my hold up says I don't know what to do about pricing. And we just went, boom, that's what you do about the pricing. And Mike goes, fucking hell, I haven't got a roadblock now. And he's going to go do it, right? Come in and do that on these lives. Step in. But like, we're not here to rip anyone apart. We're here to help you and build. And any criticism we give is meant to be constructive. And so when Mike said that, we came in and went, well, look, it's not a hang up. Eliminate the doubt. This is why. Do it. And now Mike will do it, and he'll see the results from doing it. In a few days, he'll be back on your live going, bloody hell, I'm making money. So keep showing up, keep letting us know what you want us to cover, keep using who. It takes all the effort out of product creation. It really, really does.
Yes, it does.
See you next time, guys.
Take care.